I'm kind of strange for like wanting to do this. But that's the whole point, but it makes us stronger. You know, if you're not willing to hurt, then what's the point? What's up, dearest wonderful people? It's Oliver here. So, I decided to run a half marathon. You might know, I love running, but my favorite distances are the 800 meter, mile, and 5K. I've never really raced longer distances than that. But what pushed me to do so was my cousin Ellie made a virtual race. She organized a virtual race called Runners for Relief, which is raising money for No Kid Hungry. And actually, I made a quick promo on my Instagram for Runners for Relief, so check that out. So obviously right now the world is in a very strange and difficult time, and that means that a lot of people are struggling. Some people are even struggling to put food on their table. They can't even eat. So now is the time more than ever that we need to come together to help those in need. So what do a lot of people need right now? They need food. And what's something that I and many people do every day? Well, I'm out here running. And those two things might sound very disconnected, but my cousin Ellie, who's a wonderful person, has put together Runners for Relief. And Runners for Relief is hosting a virtual race this Saturday, May 9th at noon Eastern Time. And this is to raise money for an organization called No Kid Hungry, which feeds hungry children. Who doesn't want to feed hungry children? You gotta be a pretty evil person if you don't want to feed hungry children. So you can run. You can run and you can eat. Be grateful for that and use your hobby, your passion to do something good for those in need. And the link is in my bio to sign up and to donate. So share this video on your story and tell your friends and family. Let's get people to donate to this movement, and let's all have fun at this race on Saturday. Let's make a difference. Thank you for listening. The different options, different races were 5K, 10K, and a half marathon. And I thought, you know what? Let's just go for it. Let's just push ourselves, try something new. So this video shows my week of training prior and the actual race day itself, and of course, my result. So hope you enjoy seeing this process of my training, and if you just want to skip to race day, time code right there. But the build up kind of shows what goes into race day. So I hope you enjoy. What's up? Training check-in. It's Monday, May the 4th. I ran in the morning. Doing that more often now. I feel like gets me in a good mood for the day and gets me hyped, makes me more productive. And also make sure that I don't miss my run, because if I just say, oh, I'll do it later, all of a sudden it's dark and I'm like, oh, I can't run because it's dark, you know? So basically, my run today was 6 miles, and I decided to integrate more trails into my run. Typically I just do road, but I had a nice mixture of trail and road. And that's why my pace was a little bit slower. It was like 8:30 pace, which isn't ideal for 6 miles, but that's accounting for the hills, the uphill. And also, after those 6 miles, I did 4 strides. Almost all-out sprint for me. I'm not great at sprinting, but you know, we're working on it, because you gotta have, even if you do distance running, it's always good to have that strong finish at the end of a race. And then also did my plyometrics, worked on improving my cadence. And hi car, hope you're doing well. And also, instead of coming home and doing core, out at the park, I did core because apparently it's most effective to do core right after your run. So I tried that out. It was way more difficult. I don't know who said it was a good idea to do your core right when you're the most exhausted, but apparently it's effective. So we're giving it a shot, working to improve, and I feel like it was a very productive and fulfilling day of training. Let's go, baby. All right. What's up? It's Tuesday. Just did 4 miles at a 7:34 pace, and it felt good. And also post-run, I'm just chilling here on these rocks by the creek. Gorgeous little scene here, and I'm just looking at these rocks. Look at how beautifully shapen these rocks are. Look at that. Isn't that texture gorgeous? Look at that. I might sound crazy, but like, when we look around at our natural surroundings, we typically just accept it like, oh, that's just the way it is. But like rocks, though, we didn't even make that. We weren't like, okay, I'm gonna make a rock. You know, humans weren't like that. They just exist, and it's beautiful. Yeah, that's just me though. All right, so good day. Excited for tomorrow. Good morning, homies. It's 7:30 a.m. and what's wonderful is that my body is starting to naturally wake myself up. I set my alarm for 8:05, but my body was like, nah, you're getting up and running 35 minutes earlier. So excited to go run. Let's do this. That crispy morning air, nothing like it. Let's go, baby, let's go. 1.5 mile warm up to the hill. And this is where we're gonna do our hills. Let's go 10. 11, let's go 11. Let's do 11. We're savages. Go up with as much power as possible. And this is to build strength in my legs. Obviously, That's what running does. All right, I have nothing else to say. Let's just do it. Oh, let's go, baby. I say that after every speech. Let's go, baby. Why? Because let's go, baby. Finally finished 11 hills. That was brutal. That was grueling. Ran into some other runners doing hill workouts, coincidentally. Let's go! Let's go! You got it! No, you're not. You can do it. All the way, all the way. Boom! That's power. That's strength. Don't shake your head. So we did a few repeats together, and they were like, I'm done, because it was just too much. And I don't blame them. This isn't like what normal people do. I'm kind of strange for like wanting to do this. But that's the whole point, but makes us stronger. You know, if you're not willing to hurt, then what's the point? And after the 10th, I'm like, maybe I should just cut it at 10. But no, it's just one more. Just finish one more. And I did. My legs, it was all just like done after 11, but I did it. Let's go! And now, after some yoga and push-ups, I can know that I put in the work today. I can chill under this beautiful tree and digest a Cliff Bar. And now I can relax and chill guilt-free. Because sometimes if you just chill out and eat snacks without doing anything with your life, you know, in the back of your head, you know you should be doing something. You know you should be working out or pushing yourself in some way. Boy, I did. I deserve this, and I'm hungry. And home is 1.5 miles away, and I want to eat this. All right. Good morning. What's going on? It's Friday. I didn't do a check-in yesterday because these 2 days are kind of the same. Yesterday just did 4 miles easy, and today we're tapering it down to 2. Might sound weak, and you might say, I thought it's hard day, easy day, hard day, easy day. Well, tomorrow, Saturday, is a half marathon, so I don't want to do a hard day right before it. I want to taper just a bit and get fresh. So I'm feeling the best I possibly can at the starting line tomorrow. And I love the rain too. It's drizzling slightly right now. It's just peaceful. It's just blissful. I love it. All right, let's go. Let's get fresh, baby. The run's complete. I'm pumped for tomorrow. Let's go. Race day. It's 9 a.m., 3 hours before the virtual race. Just getting a little shakeout jog in. Get my muscles warmed up. I'm excited. All right, so I just stretched for a bit, and now I'd like to tell you guys about my mindset going into this virtual half marathon. So 13.1 miles is actually going to be the longest I will have ever run in a span of 24 hours. Before this, it was like 11 miles, and so just that is going to be a challenge. But on top of that, it's a race, right? So I should give max effort, 100%. But the secret is going to be not going out too fast. So, for example, I know my body. I can only maintain 7:30 pace for like 8 miles or so. But for some reason, when I slow down to 8 minutes per mile, I can keep that up for way longer. So I'm gonna try and just keep a steady 8 minutes per mile. And my goal is to speed up on the last 5K. So around 10 miles, go from 8-minute pace to 7:30, 7:15, 7 flat. That's the dream. That'd be cool. I don't want to, I mean, obviously by the end, I'm going to be really, really exhausted, especially if I speed it up like that. But we'll see. My mindset going into it is basically, it's my long run for the week. If I think about it like a race, I think I'll go out too strong. So it's a long run. So my goal in terms of time is under an hour and 50 minutes. And I think I can do it. All right, let's go, baby. And then I was off. I did my virtual race at a park, and I found a 1.5 mile loop, and I stationed my water bottle on this loop, and I got a sip and got hydrated about once every 3 or so miles. And I used the app Run Keeper to track my run, and I had it check in on me and verbally tell me my mileage and my time and my pace every 3 miles. So I kept that as my personal check-in. I didn't want to rely too much on my technology, but I also needed it to keep me on pace slightly. But for the most part, I just listened to my body and trusted myself on what felt like a comfortable pace, but then a pace that I knew would get hard later in the run. So the first 8 miles were easy and joyous. I felt amazing. And then at around 9 miles, started to get a little bit tricky, but not painful, just slightly breathless. And that's the perfect place for me in a run. It's really comfortable. It's slightly uncomfortable, but that makes it so enjoyable. And then around mile 9 or 10, my shoulder got really sore, and I tried to kind of massage myself as I was running, and it eventually went away. And then around mile 10, my back got quite sore, and then at 11, I got a cramp in my stomach. But you just keep going, you keep pushing. If I felt an injury coming on, then I would obviously stop, but I wasn't at that point. I was just uncomfortable. And unfortunately, my Runkeeper app stopped tracking my run for some reason at around mile 10. And then I ran 2 miles in that time and thought, man, I haven't gotten a check-in from my phone yet. So I checked and the app had closed, so I had to reopen it, and it was still stuck at mile 10. So when I thought I just had 1 mile left, I actually ended up having a whole nother 5K just to get the time official on my screen. So I ended up running 15.1 miles total, but I kept up the same pace the whole time. The last couple miles were very physically uncomfortable, but it just took a lot of mental strength to keep going and keep pushing, and especially to pick up my pace on my finishing stretch to sub-7 pace. But the feeling of crossing that finish line was amazing, and I was proud of pushing myself to finish my first half marathon. I freaking did it. First half marathon in the books. So happy and proud of myself. It was very fun, actually. Got painful at the end. Got very painful at the end, but I pushed through and I accomplished 2 goals. 1, I pushed myself. I went through that painful place in a race and I kept pushing. And I did it. I freaking did it. I won the day back. And on top of that, I achieved my goal of sub 150. Came in with a 146.53. Very, very happy with that. So thank you so much for watching. Work hard, respect your elders, and have a euphoric day. See you in the next video.